Supercharged jet ski power has returned to Sydney Harbour more than 20 years after jet skis were banned from the iconic waterway. The Sea-Doo Switch is a brand new jet ski powered pontoon party boat. It is legal to operate on Sydney Harbour because it is approved for use as a boat, even though it has jet ski propulsion and jet ski handlebars instead of a steering wheel. The Sea-Doo Switch brings a level of manouvreability that is unique to recreational boating, operated by the same acceleration and reverse triggers as a jet ski. The large open-air design of the flat deck maximises the use of space, so you can fit more people on board than you can on traditional boats of the same length. The Switch also has built-in fittings on the floor to accommodate a range of Linq accessories such as extra fuel caddies and cooler boxes from Sea-Doo's personal Watercraft range. In this video, we go through prices and specifications for the Sea-Doo Switch in Australia, tell you what it's like to drive, plus we ran performance numbers to see how fast it really is. And just a reminder before we get started, this video is not sponsored content, so we can be honest about the pros and cons and our likes and dislikes. This craft was a demonstrator model owned by Sea-Doo Australia, and we tested it over half a day in the middle of July. Let's take a closer look. Jet skis have been banned on Sydney Harbour since October 2001, but now there is a way to enjoy jet ski propulsion on one of the most iconic waterways in the world. While pontoon boats are hugely popular in the US, where they are primarily used on lakes and rivers, they are still a niche segment down under. The tri-hull Sea-Doo Switch aims to make pontoon boats mainstream in Australia. However, for now it comes with a high price and only one model is available locally, despite there being more than half a dozen Switch models in the US. In North America, there are 3 standard length versions of the Sea-Doo Switch: 13 foot, 16 foot and 19 foot, ranging from approximately $22,000 to $34,000 US, with a choice of 130 horsepower or 170 horsepower versions of Sea-Doo's 1630cc 3-cylinder engine, depending on the model. Then there is the flagship Sea-Doo Switch Cruise, available in 18-foot or 21-foot configurations. The 18-foot Sea-Doo Switch Cruise has a choice of 3 engines: 130 horsepower, 170 horsepower, and a supercharged 230 horsepower version of the 1630cc 3-cylinder. In the US, the flagship 21-foot Sea-Doo Switch Cruise has a choice of 2 engines: the 170 horsepower non-supercharged version, the same 170 horsepower 1630cc 3-cylinder also found in Sea-Doo personal watercraft models such as the Fish Pro and Explorer Pro, as well as the supercharged 230 horsepower engine used in the GTR 230 high-performance ski. However, Australia is for now only getting one Sea-Doo Switch model, the top-of-the-range 21-foot Cruise Edition with the 230 horsepower supercharged engine. And that's the model we have here for this test on Sydney Harbour. Sea-Doo Switch pricing is vastly different in Australia than it is in the US. While this craft costs about $42,000 plus taxes in the US, Sea-Doo Australia quotes a price estimate of $115,000 for the 21-foot Switch Cruise with the 230 horsepower supercharged engine and including trailer and registration. Even after taking currency conversions and shipping costs into account, that's still a significant price jump compared to the US market. As this video was published, Sea-Doo had 2 identical examples of the Switch touring Australian boat shows and dealerships to get customers to register their interest or place an order before the first local deliveries begin in 2024. Is it worth the price and the hype? First, a quick look at the technical details. The Sea-Doo Switch Cruise 21-foot edition is almost 3 times the weight of a jet ski, but is lighter than boats of a similar size. Fuel capacity has increased from 60 or 70 litres on most Sea-Doo jet ski models to 110 litres for the Switch. This model essentially has the same supercharged 230 horsepower engine and 160mm 10-vane jet pump as the Sea-Doo GTR 230 performance ski. We didn't get a chance to run the Switch to empty to test fuel use, but we noted the engine ran at the following revs at the following speeds. Sea-Doo claims the 230 horsepower Switch has a top speed of 70 km an hour but the best we could achieve on our test day was 60.1 kilometres per hour with 2 people on board and a full tank of fuel. Out of curiosity, we recorded acceleration times, but from 5 kilometres an hour rather than 0, because the gentle movement of the craft on the water triggers the timing device. To put these numbers into context for jet ski fans, a non-supercharged jet ski can do the 5 to 100 km an hour dash in about 10 seconds, and a supercharged jet ski can hit 100 km an hour in about 5 seconds. So it's fair to say that although the Sea-Doo Switch Cruise has supercharged jet ski power, it really is a leisure craft designed for a relaxing day on the water. Sea-Doo freights the Switch from the factory to Australia on a specially built galvanised trailer tailored to fit the tri-hull design. Dealers in Australia considered offering their own alternative, but say the original Sea-Doo design is hard to beat. Plus they don't know what they would do with the leftover Sea-Doo Switch trailers if they sold any new ones. Helpfully, the Sea-Doo Switch and its factory-delivered trailer are less than 2.5 metres wide, which means they can legally be towed on Australian roads. The Sea-Doo Switch marks a number of firsts. It's the first mass-produced pontoon boat with jet ski power and jet ski steering, and it has an interchangeable seating layout that clicks in and out like Lego in a matter of seconds. The seats themselves are lightweight, so they are easy to remove and refit. In Australia, the Sea-Doo Switch is limited to a maximum number of 8 people on board, whereas in the US, the law allows up to 10 people. There is storage under each seat, as well as a massive storage area under the tiled flooring, which lifts up after releasing 2 secure tabs. The biggest storage area is in the belly of the centre hull. The driver's seat has a fold-up cushion for those who prefer to stand rather than sit, and the handlebars, forward and reverse triggers, and digital instrument display are straight out of Sea-Doo's personal watercraft catalogue. One observation: it would be good for future editions of the Sea-Doo Switch to offer height-adjustable handlebars from its personal watercraft range, such as those on the Spark Trix or Explorer Pro, to make it easier to operate while standing. Buttons on the handlebars activate cruise control as well as sport and economy modes. There's also a button to activate Sea-Doo's industry-leading debris removal system, which clears the jet pump and intake grate of debris such as seaweed and plastic bags in about 30 seconds. 2 high-output audio speakers are fitted in the base of the steering console, 1 front and 1 back, and there are handy pockets throughout the top deck, as well as 12-volt and USB charging ports. Discrete navigation lights and deck area courtesy lights are fitted as standard, as is a horn and a basic short-length bimini canvas top that covers the driving position. An extended canvas top and plastic curtains to shield passengers from bad weather are extra cost options. The bow has a special underfloor compartment to store an anchor. The rear deck is ideal as a large swimming platform, and there is a retractable ladder hidden in the right rear corner of the craft that can be stowed or released at the press of a button. While most pontoon boats load passengers from the rear of the craft, guests board the Sea-Doo Switch from the front. This aids weight balance and helps the Switch navigate shallower water when loading. The jet pump at the rear of the craft only needs to be in about 3 foot or 1 metre deep water, which is much shallower than what most propeller-powered boats need. Time to take it for a drive. If you're coming from a jet ski, the Switch won't feel as fast or as agile. But if you're coming from a boat, the low-speed manoeuvrability is mind-blowing. At idle speeds, it can turn on its own axis in the same way a jet ski does. It's also easier and more intuitive to control speed and direction using the reverse and accelerator triggers when approaching docks or moving through shallow water. We had a passenger move around in different seating positions and found the craft felt best when occupants were sitting behind the driver. The Switch didn't lean too much with one person on one side of the front of the craft, but you would definitely want to have people sitting evenly across the deck when travelling at speed in choppy conditions. To be clear, the Sea-Doo Switch is primarily designed for flat water such as rivers and lakes, but there is no doubt when conditions are perfect, as was the case on our test day, the Switch is also enjoyable in mild chop. We would not, however, attempt to navigate ocean swell as it has not been designed for this. As easy and as comfortable as the Sea-Doo Switch is to operate, a large part of its appeal is the functionality of the top deck. For this craft, it really is about the destination rather than the journey. On the Sea-Doo Switch, it would be very easy to lose track of time while spending a day on the water near your favourite swimming or fishing spot. There's plenty of shelter from the sun, plenty of seats for everyone, and the convenient and clever click-in accessories, such as fuel caddies and cooler boxes, mean you don't need to spoil everyone's fun by cutting the day short and rushing back to the boat ramp. On balance, there's not much to dislike about the Sea-Doo Switch other than the price. Here's hoping it proves so successful, Sea-Doo eventually considers introducing more affordable models. Go to watercraftzone.com.au to read the full review and get all the latest jet ski news. Please hit like if you've enjoyed this video and subscribe to this channel so we can grow our jet ski community and to make sure you don't miss any future updates. Thanks for watching.